Okay, this is a demo of a locally hosted language model, a small language model, as opposed to ChatGPT, which is typically a large language model with all their different models. So this is self-hosted, meaning that it runs on your server or your own private cloud instances. And in this case, it's a prototype, so this is running on my own local machine. So I'm actually going to go ahead and jump in. And the desire for this is for businesses who want privatized language or generative AI response. So it can search documents, it can analyze documents, it can read images, very much like ChatGPT can. The small language model means that it's just trained on a smaller set of data. So as far as the benchmarks that it hits comparative to a lot of the competitive models for Anthropic and Grok, let's say, it's not quite there. But as far as everyday tasks or doing very particular things, very specialized workflows, this is where it's going to be really helpful. So the way I see this working is in the medical field, legal or law offices for case law research. So I'm going to assume that, right? So what is negligence in tort law? So you can see is extremely fast, right? Compared to ChatGPT, right? It has to be connected to the internet. So this query is going to be sent to a server somewhere, and then it has to come back. Which this is all locally hosted, right? The intention is for this to be on a server in your network, so it should really be just as fast. So anyway, that's very quick. Now, answered pretty well. I think for the most part, if we compare this to a ChatGPT model, this is going to be like a GPT-4, which now they don't even offer. But I mean, it's still amazing, and you get privatized, and uh, you can also have your own databases hooked up to this. So with that said, I'm going to show that. So there's a section here where I can add knowledge, right? And this is a database that you can actually import all kinds of different knowledge. This can come from your past cases, assuming you're a lawyer, and you put your data in there, and it actually indexes it so that it's retrieved extremely fast, which is how large language models are able to pull their data and respond very quickly. So they put it they're built into vectors. Now let's ask against this, and I'm actually going to show you the document before I just jump in there. So it should be called sample eviction. Oh, I think I didn't quite get it there. Hold on. Search files. Full eviction. There it is. Okay. So now it popped up on my other screen. I'll bring it over here. Let's make this smaller. Okay. So this is a sample eviction notice. Obviously, you'd have all their information on here. I'm just going to go ahead and ask a very simple question, like what was the date that this was issued for? What is the date of the eviction notice? So it's searching the vector database now, and there it is. It's January 10th, and that's what I got there. Just want to pull it up again because I don't know if January 10th was seen. Sample eviction notice. January 10th is what we're looking for. January 10th. Perfect. Anyway, so what's great is that a law office can put a collection of all their case law that they've had, and this can actually be integrated with external sources if you really want to. If you have a cloud storage database, with all your documents, they can be pulled in, and then they can be local as well, or they can be synced right to a cloud instance. It really depends on the security desires. But again, this is just a quick demo of a locally hosted language model.